That's almost worse than a reserve tank at the very beginning, because there's a lot of things you just want to kill, and you just keep freezing it, and it gets in your way.
Yep.
There, I said it.
All right, good luck to Sephy and Ponk. We are underway.
And Feasel should be getting them synced up pretty quick.
Chat is chiming in. One is saying high jump. Got X-ray. Got a reserve tank. Speed booster cannot be. Wait, can speed booster cannot be one of the first two items.
No, I think if they don't get power bombs, it can be at BT. I think that's.
Oh, it can. Yeah, but for like ceiling or morph ball, speed booster can't be down there. I don't think screw attack can be down there either.
Yeah, they used to be able to spawn down there, but then you'd get a lot of seeds where, you get both of those items early, and then you have to go to Gauntlet to get Morph Ball.
Spring Ball?
And
this is the
first
Sephy
match.
God Seed.
First match is already validated. They can head straight to G4. That's it. Of course, they need Morph Ball to actually use it, but they'll be getting that momentarily.
Jake Hart had it right. He called it on the tracker well before this match got started.
Alright. Ponk having a little bit of trouble with that first D boost, but he gets it. It can be pretty tricky to get that if you screw it up the first time because of the way the Rio moves, but lining it up pretty well. And early power bombs means that they can check out a couple extra locations on the way.
I would think both will check the one behind the morph ball spot, but we've seen runners skip that, so I'm not sure what they're going to do.
Yeah, I think I don't know if it really would matter too much, but I think if I didn't have super missiles, I would definitely check it. Just so that you make sure you get all the ammo types early.
And both runners going up.
Yep. As I was saying, and this doesn't apply now, but we might see it in one of the other races. If you don't get power bombs in one of these early spots, the item at BT is either going to be speed booster, screw attack, or bombs, so that you can get to other places to actually get bombs. So we'll see if that happens in one of the next races. But for now, we're good to go. They've got early power bombs and spring ball, so that takes care of a lot of soft blocking potential. I know some people forget they have no bombs and not enough power bombs, and they end up getting trapped in places.
I'm sure that's happened to everyone more than once. It's not really a great feeling.
Yeah, my first instance with that was in Wreck Ship with the... I actually got through the first part to get to bowling, but then I got trapped in the reserve location.
Oh, no.
And just an E-tank, so not much to work with so far.
Well, they could check the gauntlet item, but they wouldn't be able to get out, so I suspect both runners will skip and just move on down to Green Brinstar.
Yeah, and early gauntlet checks can be dangerous and very time-consuming, and really not super worth it if you can't get out. I mean, the knowledge is nice, but you can check it faster later, unless you have, a better item to do it, or more bombs.
Oh, plasma beam.
This is really, really nice early on. You can just mow through everything. Don't really have to worry about taking damage.
This is turning out to be very interesting so far. If charge is not really a late find, I suspect that we're going to see some microwaved enemies here.
Yeah. They'll have to find X-ray, of course, and charge beam, but I mean, who knows? We might get them like right away. And the other thing to consider is this could be a pretty fast seed if they do find charge, because they won't have to worry about ammo as much.
Oh, just as you say it.
Speak of the devil. You know, I'm actually a little scared now because this might mean charge is somewhere fun like Shack Tool. And the seed is trolling them.
And we have seen some really trolly seeds so far this tournament. That would not surprise me in the least.
Honestly, with Spring Ball, you can get across the moat. So if they find charge, I would go straight for Fantoon, honestly. And just get him out of the way. I mean, I know he wouldn't have speed, but still.
Well, that'll be interesting to see if our runner, or if either runner does that. Now, this is high jump or something. Okay, it's grapple.
We got 2 out of the 4 items that I would want for Sealess Meridia as well. So the runners will have to be thinking about that. And we saw Sephi practicing for basically X-ray check without any items. Now he doesn't really have to worry about it, but those spikes hurt a lot, so we'll still have to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, it's no suits is still 60 damage per hit. So they have a little bit of leeway, but they still want to be careful.
Sephi.
There's Sephi.
Wave glitch the second try. Oh, just a reserve.
Why?
Honestly, I don't want to consider taking it at this point, which is saying something because reserve tanks kind of suck. But you never know what you're going to get, so I don't blame him for skipping it.
The only reason I would want to pick one up early... Oh, wow, Various Suit. Okay, this is turning into a free seed. This is turning into the free seed.
You know, I don't know if I'd call it free just because of Varia and Plasma, but it's definitely a good start. They're not going to have to worry about a whole lot.
Yep. I think at this rate, both runners are probably going to go down.
Yeah, that would definitely make sense. You know, Punk's got his Varia. We saw him practicing high jump with Lava Dive, and I know Sephi can do it, so that would make a lot of sense. And if they don't find charge, I mean, they've still got a lot of minor spots to check, and they've already got 15 supers, so Ridley shouldn't be a problem. And both of these guys love their Spring Ball, and anything in lower Norfair that you want to get out of, you can usually get out of it with a Spring Ball jump.
Another E-Tank. So far, you know, as you mentioned, Cheaty, that hasn't really found much to really help. They got the suit so they can go to Norfair. They have Plasma Beam and Spring Ball, but nothing else.
Yeah, I wouldn't really want to go unless I had like, you know, more beams or, you know, like screw attack maybe. Lower Norfair is pretty treacherous. Obviously, I always want high jump boots. That would make their lava dive easier.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll have to see. I mean, they might end up getting like speed or something at Kraid and decide to go to Wreck Ship. But I really don't see that happening, honestly.
Ponk is going to check the Spazer Beam location, and it turns out to be another energy tank. Huh.
Well, they're going to want more energy if they're going to go down, so this isn't bad.
Do you think either runner will go down to Lower Norfair?
I think it's too early to call. I think they'll probably check. Oh, they're obviously going to go to Kraid first.
Yep.
But they'll probably check high jump and ice, and then make their decision from there. Again, if they find like high jump boots, they're definitely going to go. If they get like screw attack, that just adds icing on top of the cake. Yeah, I think they'll probably go. Unless it's just all E-tanks and they're not feeling too comfortable, but they're both really good runners, so only time will tell.
I'm curious to see if either runner is going to do a route divergence, and one will check Crocomire, the other one doesn't, or one will check Bubble Mountain, the other one doesn't. That could really open things up a little bit.
Punk setting up for his quick kill.
All right, are we going to get the Kraid stand-up glitch? Is he going to the prom today, or are we going to get stood up?
And nailing it.
Nope. Good job,
Not letting
Ponk.
Kraid into prom today.
Now Sephy setting up. Wow, all of a sudden the energy tanks are coming out. And Sephy, superb. Oh, I think I lost Cheaty there for a moment. Could potentially be having some internet issues.
Yeah. Hi.
Welcome back.
Everything went silent for a minute there, and I don't know if it was me or Discord or some combination, but I'm back.
Oh, speed booster. Now they don't have to go through Cathedral.
That's amazing.
They can take the Frogway.
And this is where they could go back up direct ship if they really wanted to, but I think they're just going to go down still.
Yeah, I suspect you're right. Ponk making that decision, he's going down to Norfair.
And it looks like he's going straight to ice.
Interesting.
I
mean that kind of makes sense because you can check high jump and then just go straight across the Frogway to Bubble Mountain afterwards.
That's true.
Unless he goes straight down.
Yeah, that's the other thing I was thinking. If you're going to check Bubble Mountain, that's probably the better play. Oh, finding Ice Beam.
Ooh.
That's nice. But the other option is to go down, check high jump, then save and go to ice. And if it's something that can help you get through Lower Norfair, you could just take Croc Speedway down. It's pretty quick.
E-tank and high jumps.
But yeah, it looks like Ponk is setting up to go to Bubble Mountain. And I don't blame him. He still needs some more ammo and or charge beam. And or any other movement items.
He will need either space jump or bombs or high jump to get through worst room. Well, I mean, they could do the spring ball jump, but I don't know what the setup for that room is. It might be a little precise.
Oh, it's not bad at all. It's a little tricky to get used to, mostly because trying to do actions while trying to pause, it's a little wonky to get the timing down. But you actually have quite a bit of leeway.
So that could be an option for them if they chose.
And I know Sephi's pretty comfortable with them. He did them quite frequently in his races versus Becky.
Ponk having an issue with Nova. He's going up Bubble Mountain.
And nice use of Ice Beam to freeze the enemy to get on top. Without high jump boots, the speed booster really limits your vertical momentum. I don't know if it really...
and there.
Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say there's that route diversion. Sephi going down towards Crockemeyer. Ponk went to Bubble Mountain.
And I know I love to meme it up with always bet on Croc, but I don't know if he's actually going to or if he's just... Oh, that's an interesting path.
There, charge beam at the speed booster.
Oh my goodness. And Sephi, if he goes down here, will definitely get that on his way back up. I don't think there's any chance he skips Bubble Mountain as he's going back through. But yeah, it looks like he saved to set up for Lava Dive.
Is he going straight down? He is going straight down.
Yep. Taking the energy refill for that last, like, 48 energy or whatever. 40, 42, I don't remember what it was.
Well, that'll give him an extra hit against, well, almost a full extra hit from a fireball. Oh, trash tank at the wave beam.
And if the only thing at Bubble Mountain is charge beam, I think Sephi's probably right to go down. I mean, charge is good against Ridley, but he's already got plenty of ammo. And he'll be getting at least one more on the way down, I think. Ooh, just barely missing. Very nice attempt, though.
And now the sync with the Nami Haze is off, so he's trying to... Okay, he's got it. There you go, Sephi.
He's out. That was very well done. Second try. It's a really difficult trick, and if you're ever thinking of trying it out, go ahead and master it. And then the other the high jump boot version looks like a joke after that.
Yep. High jumpless it's a thing. It is difficult to learn.
Ooh, a nice spring ball bouncing in there along those. It can be pretty easy to get stuck on those little platforms. Oh, screw attack!
Oh,
this is gonna
that would have been so nice for Sephi to have.
It's gonna make Norfair so easy for Ponk, and we'll see. I mean, Sephi's down here first. I'm definitely betting on Ponk to go high jumpless lava dive. So we'll see what time he can make up having that. It's gonna be interesting. Oh, Spacer.
Oh! That is not what he wanted to see.
And I don't think he saved after the elevator or before the elevator.
He did not.
Either way, I don't think he would have reset because he really wanted that energy refill, I think. Yep, and here goes Ponk. Very nice. Also second try with the spring ball jump.
Very nice bounce ball there by Ponk.
And it looks
first try.
Looks like all that practice before the run paid off. Very nice. And Sephy getting fast pillars. These two are really just going. I love it.
Neither runner has safety saved yet.
Sephy did before doing the lava dive.
Oh, that's right.
I don't believe Ponk has. And first try with the spring ball jump in the worst room in the game for Sephy. It's very impressive. Unfortunately, without having charge beam like Ponk has, Ponk accidentally picking his phaser.
I have a feeling. He probably did not mean to pick that up.
Well, it's actually not that bad, because if this ends up being a suitless seed, I mean, they've got both ice and spring ball. If they get high jump boots and they have grapple beam. So yeah, if they get high jump boots, they and no gravity suit.
They're all set up for suitless.
Yep. And Spazer helps out with freezing the enemies there, so you don't murder them instantly.
Chat does not like Ponk's Spazer pickup.
I think we can all agree it's kind of a lackluster beam, but at the same time, it does have a couple uses. Sephy needs to be a bit careful, but checking this minor item for more supers. And the other good thing about grapple is that they can farm pretty easily in the room before Ridley. I always forget what that room's called. And yeah, that's a good point. Spacer isn't that lackluster if you don't have plasma, so. Oh, Sephy getting trolled by the pirate a little bit there. And Ponk making his way through Amphitheater. Both runners, I mean, we didn't really touch on it, but getting through that pretty easily. You have to be really careful. Obviously, Ponk has screw attack, so his run through is a lot easier, but without high jump and without gravity, if they get behind and they get caught by the acid, then it can be really difficult to get out.
It's almost certain death.
And so far, the screw attack, I think it's helped Ponk catch up a little bit. But I think Sephy's still a little bit ahead, although Ponk has checked more items. So this is really close.
Ponk will probably make up some time. Well, maybe not as much time because he has charge beam, but they both have a nice complement of supers.
And Sephy has 35, only farmed to 30. It's probably going to be okay. He's got lots of power bombs and missiles. So far, not missing. Oh! Missed a couple. Right as I say it, I'm sorry. Commentator's curse.
Preemptive commentator's curse. Alright. Oh, missile. I think he landed enough missiles, though. He should be good.
Yeah, looks like Ridley's dead. And finishing up right as Ponk is getting started. He doesn't have the full combo, so it's not going to do as much. I think he needs 24 shots, something like that. As opposed to 20. Maybe I'm off on my damage. But just an E-tank after Ridley, so we'll see what Fireflea's got. So far, it's nice to have this out of the way, but not much else to
Mhm.
help him continue.
But it looks like so far all the worth was in Upper Norfair, and that's
Definitely.
that's where Sephi will be heading once he's done exiting this particular area.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Actually, he'll definitely get charged. I don't know if he's going to pick up Screw Attack though, because Norfair is literally the only place where it really shines. Like, it's obviously a very overpowered item, but it's not really super necessary for the rest of the game. Well, it's not very necessary for this either, but it definitely helps a lot. And I believe the other item was a reserve, so Upper Norfair having both charge and ice is pretty good.
Chat is asking the question of gravity. Is that fire phase? If gravity ends up being down there, it's effectively go mode for both runners.
Yeah, they have grapple, so if it's like high jump boots, even that would be pretty much go mode. They could just do suitless. Yeah, we'll have to see. If it's just an E-tank, that's pretty trolly though. And even worse.
Oh.
Well, noping right out of that one. Dream's dead. So this is a little awkward. They're gonna probably head out direct ship. We'll see. They might decide to check waterway, but I don't know if they'll do direct ship first. Because I'm pretty sure high jump boots is required for suitless. So unless the suit or high jump boots is at wreck ship, or the high jump boots are at like gauntlet or waterway, they're kind of forced out of already at the moment. I think they still might be able to check Mama Turtle with like a springball jump.
They could. Chad is pointing out that since Crocomire has not been checked yet, there could be something worthwhile there. Gravity has been at Crocomire a few times already in this tournament.
Yeah, and I feel a little silly for not remembering Crocomire as he's my emote of choice. Honestly, it turned from a check Crocomire meme into don't go to Crocomire, he's innocent, don't hurt him, he doesn't mean any harm. So Crocomire lives matter.
And Ponk with Screw Attack and Charge Beam able to make up a lot of time during the Norfair escape.
Yeah, Sephi's health is really low, having to deal with those key hunters and space pirates and whatnot coming through. I don't know if he did it on purpose. I don't think he'd try a Crystal Flash clip, considering he's got ice. And
Ponk making the play for Crocomire?
Yeah, and I don't see why he wouldn't. I mean, you're right here. If you went all the way to wreck ship and it wasn't anything, then you'd have to come all the way back. So I'd say Ponk definitely has the lead now, because Sephi still has to check the items that Ponk didn't. Or Ponk already did, I mean. So we'll see what Crocomire has. And Ponk walking the croc. Have a little bit of fun. And just an E-tank. And even if Croc doesn't have anything good, I don't imagine Sephi will skip it either, considering the circumstances. I mean, it could be a gamble
right.
he takes.
Yeah, I mean, he's right there. There's no reason not to check it, really.
He's right there. He doesn't have gravity yet. He's got both charge and plasma now. He can take care of it with no problem at all. Just gotta wait. It's not even that long of a wait. I honestly don't understand some people skipping Croc when there's like other things that are way worse to check. I get it in circumstances where you've already got all the items you need, but for something like this, it's definitely worthwhile.
Mm-hmm. All right, Sephi, what are you gonna do? He is skipping the Crocomire. Oh, we'll see if this is big. We'll see.
And it's the right call. He's making the play right now. He doesn't know it, but he's got the foresight. And honestly, you know, this could have come back to bite him in the ass. But,
yep.
You know, neither player knows what the other is doing. And Sephi might also be banking on Ponk not checking and just going direct ship.
Sephi has not said anything to quote today, chat. Sorry.
Sephi is having a little bit of trouble. He tried to open the tube and get a nice little jump through that room, so you can just enter right away. But he doesn't have high jumps, so he needs to do springball jumps to get up there now, I think. So instead of doing that, I think he was going to try and check Mama Turtle. He might still be trying it. There he goes.
Okay, I see what he's doing.
Yeah. I think just about the only thing he can do is Mama Turtle. I don't know if he can... I mean, don't quote me, but he might not be able to get up any farther. I think he might give up on this. Nope, he's going.
Oh. This is giving Ponk all the time in the world. Let's see if Sephi needs a really precise ledge grab here. Okay.
Ponk with a nice alpha spark. If this turns out to be Gravity Suit of Mama Turtle, this is play of the century right here.
This is, yep. I think Sephi's realizing that he does not have the tools necessary to get up there.
Yeah. He's already wasted quite a bit of time on it, but it's still not too late to back out, and I think this is probably the right call. The other play you could try and make is like I said, Waterway. That might have gravity as well. And I actually missed it. Did Sephi say no to Screw Attack, or did he not check that location? I can't imagine he skipped it.
He did not go to Norfair Reserve, so...
Alright, well, he's checking Waterway. You know, both of these guys are really good, but I think Sephi might think he's behind in this matchup. Just based on what I've heard him talk about, like when he's comparing himself to Ponk. Which, that kind of stuff gets in your head when you're running these. You don't really have... You don't have the comforts of just chilling on Discord with some people and doing randos for fun. It's really nerve-wracking.
Ponk set up for an ocean fly, but did an unfortunate bonk. Recovered nicely.
And this ghost is about to be microwaved. Are you ready? I'm ready.
Don't blink. You'll miss it.
Oh my gosh, the play.
Oh!
If this is a suitless seed and they need to come here and get high jump boots and then go to Meridia, that would be incredible.
Then that is huge for Sephy. That is huge for Sephy if he goes back down.
Well, I don't know if it's huge if he just goes back down. I think gravity has to not be in wreck ship for it to be huge, but
yeah,
it would definitely be an interesting play.
If only wave or space jump ended up being in the wreck ship, then this could be huge.
I mean, no bias, but I'd love to see that because that's a crazy play. And I try not to be too biased with my commentary. Usually I sign up to commentate for a specific friend, but in this case they're both friends of mine, so it's really hard to root for one versus the other.
He is going back down.
Yep.
Sephy is making the gamble.
He's giving the fans what they want. I think the only lament that he has for this is that he won't be able to crystal flash clip again. Well, not that he couldn't, but I don't think he would.
Oh no! No, that is... Oh.
That's heartbreaking.
Ponk is now in go mode.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he just straight up left and went to Dragon. I mean, he doesn't have, space or high jump or whatever, but he's definitely just gonna go, I think. And
yep, and that's exactly what he's doing.
I hate to call the race already, but dang, that's rough. And
oh, did Sephy mean to kill that fish?
Yeah, I think he killed it on purpose just so it wouldn't get in his way for the spring ball jump, and he got it. Still, a beautiful execution on this suitless. And getting gravity there is like the best possible place Ponk could have hoped for, and it's just everything worked out for him. Like going and getting both charge and screw attack before Norfair, and then going and getting gravity there. Just really worked out for him, the seed.
Sephy setting up for his grapple climb.
Did he save at the spot there?
No, he did not. No, he did not.
Okay. Usually what I see him do is save there and then check Sand Pit and then Mama Turtle, and if it's nothing he wants, he just resets. But just banking on the bot wound. And he might just be thinking go, like not even bothering to try and find gravity. And hoping that it's in a really absurd spot like, Wreck Ship Reserve or gravity.
That would be
like vanilla location.
Yeah, those would have been bad locations, and Ponk probably, if he had found like space jump at that first spot, probably would have had to check all the remaining wreck ship locations.
Suitless is physically slow to do, But it can be done pretty quickly, and it's judging on where you're at in the run. Like after this, you would only have to co-kill Fantoon. He's already got the charged plasma X-ray. He could make this go really quick. So if Gravity had been in a worse spot, it could have worked out, honestly.
And Ponk and Sephi are overloading the magnetrons. That is a double microwave kill for Batoon.
Ooh, finding wave
There's the
beam
wave.
will make his combo better from Other Brain.
Ponk did not get wave beam. He might pick it up on his way out, but for now he has skipped it.
I imagine because he can still get the quick kill on Dragon without wave. So I think what he's gonna do is get it on the way back. So it's a bit faster to do that and just let the speed booster go.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it does a lot more damage to Mother Brain, so I would assume he's going to pick it up.
Yeah, but he's going to be heading back that way, I think, anyway. It's one of the faster ways back to get to Red Tower through here. And Sephi's showing us how you're supposed to get through here in vanilla. These grapple jumps are awful. It's way easier just to wall climb. Grapple physics in general aren't very fun, in my opinion.
No, they are not.
I like the grapple jump okay, but actually just swinging around on them feels really wonky. And Ponk is on his way out already. It's just how quick it is to have that microwave.
Ponk did not check Dragon's item because it does not have anything else that he would want. Space jump wouldn't even be helpful at this point.
Yeah,
high jump might be helpful, but we know it's not there.
Well, he knows where wave is. So of the majors remaining, it can be bombs, space jump, and high jump boots. Of the three of those, I would say the one he would want most is honestly probably bombs, in case he gets grabbed by Metroids. But, high jump is amazing. And if he plays it safe, no problem. If he gets grabbed, it's just some power bombs, or he can reset the room. And another thing, he has the full beam combo plus enough E-tanks to do stand-up. So we'll see if he chooses to do so.
Sephi's not going to check the item. He knows it can't be gravity, and he's probably thinking the same thing. It's not going to help him.
Yeah, again, he knows. He knows where more items are. It could literally only be space jump or bombs or more tanks. So, really, I mean, again, bombs would be useful, but if they're careful, they don't have to worry about getting grabbed.
Nice job with the grapple escape there, Sephi. Setting up for his spring ball jumps.
And Ponk missing one of his grapple jumps in Mount Everest and having a nice little loop on one of the, I forgot what those are called. The little floaty head things.
Oh, they were just talking about this the other day. I forget what they were called. It's a really strange enemy, or a really strange and obscure name for an enemy. Gravity can't be the...
Sorry.
Oh, Ponk, you just killed your fish. You lose your custody battle. That's it. You're disqualified.
Yeah, you don't go to the courthouse for the custody battle and beat up your kids right in front of the judge. That's not how that works.
This will be weighed against you.
If he wants it just for abuse, pick a different enemy, man. That's not cool. Oh,
Ponk flashing the image again to remind everyone what he did.
You know, I said I wasn't going to try and be biased, but now I kind of have to be. I mean, that's just rude. But I love him. I love him for doing that, because gotta be the heel, gotta be the villain, add some flavor to the match. Ponk going ahead and taking the ship refill. And
yep.
I mean, he doesn't know that he's ahead probably, but he's got to be feeling pretty far ahead. I mean, wait, what happened to his beams on the tracker?
I think Jake Hart decided that he was invalidated and set his items appropriately.
Oh, okay. In that case, I would have just removed everything from the tracker and put on Spacer.
Yep. So Ponk looks like he's setting up for about a 53-ish time.
You know, I said Ponk probably feels like he's in the lead, but I don't know if that's actually true. Because if Sephy had taken the exact same route as him, they would be pretty neck and neck. And if gravity hadn't been where it was, I mean, Sephy might have made an amazing play. So,
they've
got to start to wonder, where is the other player? And Ponk showing... Hold on. Ponk showing that he did not need the bombs, so definitely good call skipping the Dragon item.
Sephy choosing... Uh-oh.
Oh, using his best friend to climb.
Oh. Sephy, this is also not a thing you want to do in front of the judge.
Yep. You also don't bring your baby to the to the custody battle in a ice freezer. There you go, a cooler filled with ice. Although,
yeah, that is straight up child
stuffing
abuse
on your baby. That said, he didn't kill it. He was just using it as a friend, giving him a lift. But does the fish really know what's going on? Is this another form of abuse? You be the judge. Sephy setting up for... Oh my goodness.
He accidentally pixel clipped into the respawning block.
I don't know if I've ever seen that one. That's interesting. Was I think setting up for Ocean Fly, but after that, just deciding he was just going to fly across the moat and do another. And I can't believe I missed it. I think Ponk got a nice baby skip, or did he have to refill?
He got grabbed and had to refill.
Okay,
but he did face right, so there was a little saving grace there.
And Sephy making his way into Fantoon as Ponk is dealing with Mother Brain 1. Plenty of ammo, shouldn't have to worry about getting sniped.
Mother is very unhappy with Ponk. Look at all these onion rings.
I asked for onion rings, I didn't ask for a large.
Stand-up glitch is no longer an option for Ponk. He is setting his health up accordingly.
We're not really ever made clear on what Mother Brain's intentions are. I like to imagine she's just trying to set up a space diner of some sort with all these exotic condiments and food. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's explained in a different game, but it sure isn't in this one. Then again, I haven't read the manual either, so maybe the story's all in there. Sephi making quick work of the Space Ghost, coast to coast.
Space Ghost!
And looks like Ponk is just taking the cutscene, doesn't want to risk soft locking, because I don't think he saved at all, including on the ship when he refilled. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't recall it.
He did not save. I think he just refilled. I think Sephi forgot that he had Spring Ball there. He could have just bounced up.
We all forget sometimes.
Spring Ball is one of those items that's easy to forget that you have. Oh, can we get some baby thumps in the chat, please?
Oh, poor baby. Speaking of custody battles, I think Mother Brain lost that one. And as far as Spring Ball goes, it is pretty tongue-tied. It is pretty easy to forget. I'm always reminded that I have it when I try and mock ball and then hold jump too long and then start jumping on the ground.
Mm-hmm. So 52-14, Mother Brain is dead. Ponk is now starting the escape while Sephi is on his way to G4.
Nice. Use of Spring Ball. Bouncing right on in with the speed echoes. And barring any tragedy in the escape here, it looks like Punk's going to take game one. I don't think he'll check the animals, but he might. I know he likes to kill them and then show that those were just fake and that they're actually still alive and kicking.
Oh, it burns so good, Sephi. It burns us.
And yeah, Punk just peacing out. Dot Dunning and SRL with a time of 53:29.
Good game, Ponk. He dot done kind of early, according to his on-screen timer, though.
Yeah, I think. I mean, he's still definitely finished first, but I think that might be off by a few seconds.
That was off by a fairly decent margin.
Hope that doesn't cause any problems. But again,
might have to get a ruling on that. I'm not sure.
If anything, they might just add the time onto the finish time, which is fine. I don't know for sure though.
Yeah.
Yeah, this match came down to routing. It was very, very close until they split off, and Sephi made a really good call going down to Norfair, but Punk just found the two items that really helped, that were the things you would have wanted to find, and And then from there, it was just a snowball. And Sephi banking on Sueless, and Ponk finding it almost immediately after. Oh.
And Suitless would have been a good play. I mean, Meridia could have had the gravity suit.
Yeah, there was nothing wrong with the call, and it unfortunately didn't pay off, but it was still very well executed, and I'm looking forward to seeing Game 2. And as far as the early dot done, I think maybe he had it queued up and accidentally hit it a little bit early.
Yeah, that's yeah, that does happen. Yeah.
Sephi with a very nice speed booster skip has the ice beam, but says I don't need it.
And now we will see where our few remaining items were. The only items we were missing, key items, were bombs and space jump.
I'm gonna call bombs. Bombs at plasma and space jump was vanilla.
Okay.
Oh, I was wrong.
Oh, bombs at space jump. Okay.
Well, switch those around, I guess. Let's see where. Space jump was at wreck ship E tank. Okay, well.
Oh.
I think.
Poor Shack Tool. Poor Shack Tool left out again.
Yeah, he didn't get anything good. Probably a reserve tank. Yeah, and wreck ship aside. I mean, space ship is nice to have, but aside from gravity, it really wasn't anything else. So they could have gone there first, honestly, and it would have been okay.
Mm-hmm.
But you really never know in the moment. That reserve spot can really trick you now that it's a higher % chance of being a suit. Dear Force in chats for Ponk. Dear Force is in chat even. Go to all the chats and spam Dear Force.
Yes.
And we'll know if they're looking at chat.
32%. All right, but now on to a more serious matter for a moment. All rise for the Honorable Fiesel presiding over this case. In the matter of the custody battle of Sephi versus Ponk, where the fish. Ponk, do you admit to abusing your child?
Well,
the evidence is clear.
They're not in here, but I think we can all say the evidence says yes.
Therefore, you have lost your claim. Sephi, do you admit to abusing the child? The evidence is clear. You have also lost your claim to the child. Therefore, we rule that neither parent is suitable. We will place the fish in foster care.
Oh man, it has to go off with Mama Dragon. It's not cool.
Yep. Court is adjourned.
Oh, looks like Sephi's showing off a little bit, trying to get this blue bomber. Oh, not quite getting the fight. Really neat trick. And since he's already lost, I don't think it bothers him too much to go for it. And he gets it.
There you go.
Fantastic.
Second try.
It's a really cool trick. I want to learn how to do that someday. Teach me, senpai.
Dragon cannot be at, Dragon. Gravity Suit cannot be that deep into Meridia because if Gravity Suit wasn't at Dragon, it could potentially force the players into a soft lock situation. So for tournament purposes, the Gravity Suit cannot be at Plasma Beam, cannot be at Space Jump, and cannot be at Spring Ball.
And it is possible to do full suitless, as Sephy demonstrated, but it is not forced in tournament, just to kind of make things more interesting. It's definitely a call you can make, and sometimes it does pay off, but in this case it did not.
And GD to Sephy, he is done with an official SRL time of 1 hour 38 seconds.
GG to both runners. And this is just first of 3, and we're going to see more crazy calls, maybe even more suitless. Unfortunately, not all 3 games will be played today. We're only doing the first 2, but they should still be good regardless.
Mm-hmm. Both runners are now discussing where they chose not to go, where some items were. All right, so if Gravity Suit is possible to spawn at Dragon, but it ends up not being there, like let's just say it's in Waterway, for example. If you're in Dragon and, for example, you don't have Spring Ball, you don't have Grapple, you don't have X-Ray, you're soft locked down there. You cannot get out. 0 chance to get out. That is why, for tournament purposes, for soft lock prevention, so players don't just rage quit or forfeit or have to reset a bunch, those kinds of soft locks are ruled out immediately. So that's why Gravity can't appear at Plasma Beam, at Dragon Space Jump, or at Shack Tool.
Yeah, if it was... obviously, it would defeat the purpose of randomizing things, but if it was like the vanilla game, you could force it because you know where the items are that you can get to do it. But in this case, it's all rando, so you might not have everything required.
Mm-hmm.
And the official SRL time, I think it was a little bit off for ponk, but he had a 53.29.
Yep, it didn't affect the outcome of the race.
Yeah, it didn't affect the outcome, but yeah, 53.29 for ponk and 1 hour and 38 seconds for Sephy.
All right. So, nope. All right, getting Maniacal set up. He will be taking my place. I have to get ready for work. Got a nice long day at work ahead of me here.
Thank you very much for commentating with me, Leno. It has been a pleasure.
Thank you, Cheaty. Thanks everyone in chat for joining us today. Also follow the runners, Sephy and ponk. They're both very, very good. Sephy showing off some mad skills with Suitless Meridia.
Both incredibly good. Getting High Jump plus Lava Dive second and first try respectively. Getting a ton of really crazy Spring Ball jumps. Just really a treat to watch.
Give Speed Gaming some love. Give Feasel some love. A lot of tireless work goes in on Feasel's part behind the scenes and in front of everyone. He goes through a lot of work to make sure this is possible for everyone to enjoy.
give some love to Jake Hart for tracking for us.
Yes, everyone say hello to Jake Hart once again. I believe he will continue tracking for Game 2.
And give some love to Leno for being an awesome commentator.
All right, that will do it for me. Maniacal is going to step in. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next mission. Stay tuned for Game 2.
Hey guys, it's Maniacal. Cheaty, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How you doing?
Awesome. I'm doing great today, man. That was quite a race. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm just hyped up for some Metroid. These guys, that first race was just fantastic, and it just came down to routing. And I think if these guys have a race where they literally take the same path, it'll be very, very close.
Yeah, these guys are both great racers. Really, really excellent. That was a pretty close race, and I can tell both these guys want that fish.
You know, I mentioned it in commentary at the start of the last game, and I don't know if Ponk has ever really had a claim to this fish, so I'm calling that into question right now.
I don't know if he just saw Sephy with it and wanted it, or if he's always felt a little something for this fish, but it's clear that he wants it now, so
Definitely.
he is going to go. He's going to go for the fish.
And judging from the fact that he killed it, he just straight up murdered the fish. I think he just wants it for abuse purposes, which I don't agree with personally.
Yeah, I mean, PETA, etc., but official owner of the fish, that sounds pretty official to me. But yeah, thank you to Leno for the intro and for commentating the first race. You and he did an excellent job. It was a lot of fun to watch.
And looks like they're getting ready in SRL.
Yeah, they are exchanging all sorts of excitement about the potential for a Game 3. Sephy says he's going to try his best, as we of course know he will. But Ponk with one golden Samus head already. Only need one more to close it out and lock up this fish.
Yeah, and personally I think it would be a shame to do it without a Game 3, but you never know. Sometimes the seeds can just really screw you over with your decision making.
Yeah, I mean, every race is, basically a stochastic event, so you're going to end up with, even in an even match, 50% of the races being, or 50% of the matches being 2-0s, so it's...
Yeah,
it can happen, so Ponk very well could close it out here, but I think that going into the match, calling it before Game 1 started, we would think that this one would go to Game 3.
definitely. I think, you're the math guy. You like the numbers. I don't so much. I'm bad at them.
I hate numbers.
Okay, well, still, you can hate them and still be good at them. That's what I'm trying to say, I guess.
I'll take it. Yeah, I was gonna say I prefer letters in my math, but it is what it is.
But even if you play the numbers in this, I mean, you still don't know that an item is going to be where you think it is. So, barring the obvious instances of this item literally cannot be here, you get thrown for a loop.
Yeah, I mean, it's all betting on odds and taking the most efficient pathing between what you think is the highest value play.